Welcome to the Rob and Kale podcast. Rob Sanders.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Kiss my ass.
Kale Carolina Jackpot Hall.
Kiss his ass. Kiss your ass. Happy Hanukkah.
The Rob and Kale podcast.
And welcome into the Rob and Kale show. I'm Bob Sanders in Columbia, South Carolina. In the upstate is my buddy, Mr. Carolina Jackpot, Kale Hall. Kale, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, guys? I see we got RR over in the chat room already trolling Carolina Jackpot all about eating at the Amish buffet, whatnot. Hey, you know what? At least I, make enough money and am able to afford to take trips somewhere other than outside of my mother's fucking basement. You fucking fuck. So if you have some kind of issue with me, I mean, go on ahead, DM me at Hall_Kale on Twitter, and we can have a grown-up conversation about it. Otherwise, shut your fucking mouth.
Jackpot kind of roasted that guy there, and but Ed Reed took care of it. He said, "Look at this clown talking to himself in the chat."
He was talking to himself.
Yeah. So it's like, let's
I'm not going to chill. You chill. You got some kind of issue with me? You want to make a fuck out of me? I'll show you chill. Stupid ass.
Harry Legs says, Rob, are you aware the challenge sent out tallies for the bowl pick'em? Yes. We update it throughout the bowl season. So I think the highest score you can get is 7 right now. We have people getting 6s. Some people got 5. Some people got 4. There you go. There's all that.
Nobody went perfect, I don't think.
Nope. We did have some 6s, though, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
And, there are things I want to talk about tonight, like Jackpot, do you think that Florida should be kicked out of the SEC for the way that they played against Oregon State? I mean, they're not really helping with the SEC nut riders to say the SEC is the absolute best conference ever when they go out there and get dicked by the Beeve. I mean, we have to talk about that. And we've got other things we can get into as well.
I don't know. I don't think it's fair to kick them out of the conference when you have teams like mine who lost to them and didn't score an offensive touchdown against them. That's pretty sad when you put all that into perspective. They are that pitiful.
Of the 4 losses on the year for South Carolina, that's probably the most piss poor. The more that you look at it, I mean, it's just really, really bad. Elizabeth is home.
You can say the Missouri loss was bad too. At least Missouri had a good defense. And you can hang that one on the Gamecocks had just come off from beating Texas A&M, so they had a big head or whatever. They'd won 2 in a row. That one, you really can't justify anything about that.
Yeah. There's definitely that, but and that was a weird loss. And then the other 2 losses for South Carolina, I mean, you got what? Georgia, who's probably going to win the national title, and Arkansas, on the road.
Say what you want about teams. To me, they perform differently at different points in the season. I know Arkansas is an unranked team, not really good. They lost to Mizzou, lost some other games they probably shouldn't have, but they were a lot better the first few weeks of the season than they were at the end. So they had some injuries, stuff like that. So,
the Bowl Pick'em Challenge is off and running, of course, sponsored by Callaway's in West Columbia, Highway 1 diagonal from the Walmart. When we look at the standings, there are some folks that are up top there. Let me see if I can pull up the standings really quick here. So there are 7 games that have gone underway. Currently in the lead, Kelly Etheridge and James Fleming have 6 apiece. And as we scroll down the list here, let's see here. Big Barney Ross has 5. Baylor Man has 5. Dennis Wilson has 5. Billy Muse has 5. Kentucky Durbin has 5. I've got 4. Jackpot Junior's got 4. Carolina Jackpot's got 4. Let's see here. Who else is normally in here? Vic2 Productions has 4. What else we got? Beth has 3. I know she's watching this evening. She watches every show. Blue joined the contest. He's sitting at 3. Kim Bellinger's at 2. He won one of these at one point. So yeah, there's that. So there you go. You can check out the full standings. Gary Mills is in dead fucking last this week. So hopefully that'll change for him.
Kim Bellinger has 2.
Has 2, yes, sir.
He's won the thing before. Wow. Now he's in a battle to stay out of last place.
Yep, that's the way it works.
Kind of like his team. Yeah.
Well, we're only there's 7 games. There's 41 games total, and we've gone through 7. And Harry Legg is correct. Long way to go. All right. Also,
I got to respond to Travis Roll over there. Since I have to do my little bit here, can you do your little bit for me again, like we did a few nights ago? Pretend you're knocking on the door and ask Mr. and Mrs. Ellis if you can use our restroom.
Hello. Can we use your restroom, sir? Hi, Daddy. Can we use your restroom, sir?
We don't care. We don't care.
Do I have to do this every fucking time we have a show?
Every time Travis is in the comment section and he gives me the we don't care from Todd Ellis, you're going to have to do it. So either tell Travis.
Let me address this. While you get your script together, let me address B Bean's comment about my wristband. This is for this is a wristband. It doesn't say little bitch. It says don't be a little bitch. So on the other side, it says champions dominate. It's one of those things like when you're going to lift, you look down at the weights or whatever, and it can throw you off. Just one of those things you use in your brain. Also, if you're trying to be a bitch, you can look down at your wrist and it informs you, don't be a little bitch. That's why I wear that wristband. All right. Fireside chats with Uncle Jackpot. Jackpot, tell us a story.
Okie dokie. It sucks to be a Gamecock. The funniest thing this holiday season will be the Gamecock fans who laughed at Clemson for losing to Notre Dame, walking back post when the Irish mouth pump us. It sucks to be a Gamecock. Go Tigers.
That message courtesy of Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport. I'm going to post Jay's comment here. 2/3 of us can't see B Bean's comments. Don't give him light. He blocks everyone. Don't block people. Holy shit. David has a comment. We can get into this really quick here. He says, Rattler staying or going after the bowl game. Your thoughts there, Jackpot?
I got to think he's going to stay. I got to think if he was not going to stick around after the bowl game, I got to figure he would have kind of left, already.
Well, I think that what's the term Conrad Thompson uses in his podcast? There's still some meat left on the bone. And maybe, maybe he thinks he can do some of that, weave his way into a better draft setting. I don't know. It's going to be.
I just came across here on Twitter. Hayes King from Texas A&M that was in the transfer portal has landed at Georgia Tech, and Jeff Sims, the Georgia Tech quarterback who hit the transfer portal, is headed to Nebraska. I guess to have his career enriched by working under Marcus Satterfield. So that's good to see.
Well, he doesn't value his career if he's going to go and work for that coach who fucked over the South Carolina program. And in 2 seasons at South Carolina, gave them basically 4 good games of play calling. If he called those games, I mean, let's just be honest. Why would you go and be a quarterback for that guy? Maybe I could be good 4 times out of 24 games. Just a quarter of the time. That's all I have to be good for. I mean, he might as well go fucking be a damn quarterback for Bobby Petrino, wherever the hell he lands up. Or, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to if you want to piss away your career, go up there and play for that guy.
There have been so many coaches that have made moves this off season. I mean, it just makes your head spin. And some of them I didn't even know were going somewhere. Like I saw a tweet from some Arkansas fans talking about, do you like the new defensive coordinator hire? And I'm like, wait a minute. What happened to Barry Odom? Turns out he's got a head coaching job.
He's at UNLV right now. So there's
okay,
that.
What happened to the UNLV coach?
I don't know. He's probably selling insurance. I don't know.
Well, I mean, did he get a better job? Because they were pretty good. I don't know.
Yeah. See, now we're going into Google hell here on the program. Let's see here. UNLV football. I'll look it up right now. I mean, there have been so many. Like Bobby Petrino took a job.
Had to go to Arizona State.
Yeah. Let's see here. Coaching staff 2022. Marcus Arroyo.
Yeah.
That I don't know who the fuck he is. Oh, that Bobby Petrino is on the. He went from being. Speaking of Bobby Petrino, this is real. This guy went from. He was the head coach at Missouri State. Left there to go be on the UNLV coaching staff with Barry Odom. So Odom said in a news release, I believe Coach Petrino is one of the greatest offensive minds in all of football. I know he'll be a tremendous leader, mentor, and teacher for our student athletes. Yeah, he'll also teach them how to fuck volleyball players and then run around on a motorcycle. He'll teach them that too.
Okay. Marcus Arroyo got fired.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was actually 7-23 at UNLV. I thought they did a little bit better than that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe this past season was their only one that they did decent at. Oh, I don't know.
B-Bean said he thought he was going to Texas A&M. Yeah. Harry with a better comment. Bobby Petrino in Las Vegas.
Man.
What a mess.
JC, is Clemson and Tennessee playing in the We Lost to South Carolina Bowl? No, it's the Beamer's Bitch Bowl. Beamer's Bitch Bowl.
Oh, man. Poor Jackpot's going to be all upset when Notre Dame beats the holy shit out of them. He's not going to.
No, really, I'm not really. I'm indifferent to whether they do or whether we don't or whatever happens because it's still not going to change 31-30. Still not going to change 63-38.
That's one of the biggest wins in Gamecock history. So, yeah, I would roll around in that. I mean, you're still 8-4. Anyway, do you want to take some calls?
Sure.
All right. Phone line is open. 803-470-2905. 803-470-2905. That is the number to call if you would like to join us here on the program this evening.
What happened to all the Tennessee fans that used to be in the chat? They
well, they're like
they ran out the back door like there's a fire. What the hell?
Well, yeah, they did exactly what I said they would do at midseason. They ran out back and they changed and put their white robes on and went to their weekly meetings, just like I said they would. They have to go to those meetings on Sunday, man. They don't have time to come up in here and run their mouths now. That's what they got to do.
One ex-Tigers or Texas Tigers has make a ring for it, Jackpot. Oh yeah, here it comes. Here it comes. Somebody flashed the overall record at me today on Twitter too, and I said, here comes the classic rebuttal. 31-30 though.
803-470-2905. 803-470-2905. I have managed to fix the phones, ladies and gentlemen.
Jerry Wells is here. He's a ball man, so we got one.
Well, fair enough. Chris in Georgia hasn't shown up since he started running his penis sucker, saying things like, well, if people had to play in a conference where you could win 9 games and go to the fucking conference, fucking LSU just did that, stupid.
He's taking a break from social media.
Yeah, he's big time job now, big time family man now. Now that his team is going to go into the Orange Bowl, even though he thinks they should have the Heisman Trophy winner and be playing in the National Championship Series. So, anyway, 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. As I have worked and got the phones all fixed up, I promise you they work now. We're awaiting your calls this evening. And that was going to be one of the things I wanted to get into, Jackpot.
Southern Belle came out to Rob's house last Thursday and laid cable for a while and laid a little pipe. And they're good now.
Jerry wants to know if Roses ever had a bowl, Jackpot. What the fuck does Jackpot know about that?
Yeah, it was called the Dollar Section Bowl.
The Dollar Section Bowl. Big Barney Ross goes, where is the Tennessee Vols senior fan Billy Colonoscopy? Damn it.
Colonoscopy.
Man. Why you can't mock him, Big Barney Ross. I mean, he's got to be 70 years old. He was telling us war stories from 1974 the other day. He's got to be in his 70s.
I was supposed to have one of those done last year in December. They wanted me to have one around my birthday, and I was like, "Oh yeah." Thing is, they had it scheduled and everything for me to have like a day a week before where I went in for like a pre-screening, pre-op thing for it, where they talked to me about how it was going to go, and I was like, the thing is, I'm gonna have to work next week. Okay, well, we'll just have to reschedule it. I'm like, okay, we'll do that. Yeah, still haven't rescheduled it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't.
Not like you line up to stick something up your butt, for God's sakes.
No.
What he was talking about is colonoscopy. The wife's over there mocking that. That's what he was talking about. He said he didn't reschedule his colonoscopy. So there's that too. I should call your wife and be like, hey, Jackpot needs his colonoscopy just in case he's got some polyps. you should get the colonoscopy and have them have the polyps, and then we'll auction them off for charity. Some of these jerks will probably buy it and throw it at somebody.
What the hell is a polyp? That sounds like an ice cream.
Polyp is an ice cream.
What is it really?
Polyp is like growths that they like could be cancerous or not, that they
pull from your
colon.
I don't have none of them.
You might. That's why you got to go and get it scooped out to check it out.
Ugh.
RR says he'll buy one.
I bet you would.
Man, we're going to hell tonight. We're talking about Jackpot's polyps. Oh, fucking shit.
My jollops.
Hey, seriously though, I wanted to talk to you about teams you think are going to get popped in their bowl game. Mr. Boogie says he's waiting on farts in a jar from Jackpot. I must have missed that reference. What happened
You've been
there?
Waiting for a while. They don't you can't find any mason jars in the store. I couldn't find any this summer. When I was trying to can some beans that I grew around out back, and the beans ended up rotting because I didn't have anything to can them into.
I could see you canning some beans, Jackpot. That'd be all right. You actually grew some beans at your house. That's not bad.
Yeah, I have 4 garden boxes out back.
Comments from the comment section. Finemize says that's some shitty ice cream. Holland says he's had 2 colonoscopies. He has colon issues. Papa B says Walmart will ship them to you. Well, there you go. Let's go to the phones. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Ballard Sports Media. How y'all doing? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. Or would you buy Jackpot's polyps?
What's that?
Would you buy Jackpot's polyps?
Maybe.
Okay.
I wanted to talk. I wanted to talk with signing day this week. I wanted to know how it was going in Columbia.
Well, Jackpot, you been keeping up with that on your end?
Yeah, I mean, I know that South Carolina. That Shane Beamer's trying to flip an in-state quarterback from Syracuse. I think everything else is pretty much on schedule. One of our a couple of offensive linemen decommitted, which was kind of strange and not. I mean, it wasn't, I guess, not expected, but it's also, I guess, not a surprise with the way that things go nowadays. They decommit and commit like crazy. Picked up a couple of guys out of the portal just today, and then what else? Another one of our one of the kids that we're supposed to that's committed here took a official visit to go visit Coach Prime. So I don't know how to feel about that. Ooh. Yeah, but they're still looks like they're going to finish about the 17th, 18th class, number 18 class, something like that. So they're all, in a good place, I guess.
Yeah, 18th right now in the current 247 sports rankings. Steven over there gave us that info, but yeah, I mean, they've got, it says 11 4-star recruits, but I'm wondering, they did pick up a tight end commitment in the transfer portal from Florida today. And normally you would think, all right, that's great. But I mean, the way that Florida play, holy shit. I don't know if that guy's going to be worth a damn or not. We'll have to see on that.
I don't know. Did you see where they picked up that kid? Well, and you laugh, but I mean, he's from Newberry. The guy had rushed for over 3,000 yards in 3 seasons playing at Newberry. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Well, Coach Knight down there at Newberry, he's got his shit together. I mean, he's got some players that can play down there. So yeah, I'm with you. I get it.
Yeah, I also wanted to ask about I mean, nothing in particular, but I mean, this is a big matchup you guys got coming up on the 30th with Notre Dame in the Gator Bowl. Just overall, I guess your thoughts on that. 2 8-4 teams. I know you guys are ranked. I mean, you guys can end it on a good note like you did last year.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of young players getting some playing time in that one, just like, same thing on the Notre Dame side. They've got a ton of opt-outs and people who've left for the NFL, transfer portal, attrition too. I don't know. I got to think Notre Dame's probably the better ground and pound team, but I think they're going to have a tough time dealing with the Gamecocks through the air. Just depends on who's calling plays for this game, because our offensive coordinator is gone. We hired a new one, but he can't coach the bowl game, so we'll have to see. I'm looking forward to it though. It'd be a big win. Anytime you beat Notre Dame it's a big deal, even if they're not very good. They're always pretty tough, so we'll see.
All right, Ballard. Hey man, thank you, buddy. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas too.
Merry Christmas, sir.
Merry Christmas.
Some of the comments over here. Phenemize says, if you can't find mason jars, you can always do Japanese yum takeout cups. Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay. Big Barney Ross says Kentucky has picked up a ton of 2 stars for their 3rd string. Depth chart, people. Depth chart. Very important, sir. Let's go back out to the phones. Welcome into the program. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you gentlemen doing this fine night?
Great.
Excellent. So I just want to say on the subject of the question was what teams that were going to get, steamrolled or just beaten or whatever. I'm very happy from yesterday that my parents' alma mater won their bowl game, and I was listening to the game while cleaning pots. So that felt happy to me. So I don't know if that really applies to the question, but
who is it that you're talking about, sir?
I am talking about so I'm born in the city of Louisville, Kentucky, and the U of L Cardinals beat the Cincinnati Bearcats in the Fenway Wasabi Bowl in Fenway for the Kick and Nails reunion, and with 2 interim head coaches. That was a really good bowl game to watch, in my opinion, because it was 2 interims, and I believe Dion Branch, the U of L interim head coach, was the first Super Bowl MVP to coach a FBS team yesterday. Or it was yesterday. So I was really happy on the win to see that, gentleman. So I was just kind of, just because Cincinnati was 9-3 and we were 7-5.
Well, good for you, sir. Big Bonnie Ross wants you to know that Louisville football sucks, but congratulations.
It is what it is. I feel that. I'm just always stoked to get a bowl because I don't expect U of L or UK to make a national championship run. You might, seriously, you get happy for 6 wins, man, because it's for the kids. I always say that it's always for the kids. The team pisses you off on oh, they could be better, they could be this, they could be that. Any Kentucky team can tell you that. Also, I have a question for you guys, if I'm allowed to ask that.
Yeah.
Please.
So I was talking to my coworker today, and we're talking about just like college football, and I'm more of the college football guy, or I'm in between. I love college football, but also I'm a big NFL guy.
Sure.
My team is the Denver Broncos, but he's a big Miami Dolphins guy, and they have Tua Tagovailoa on their squad. So we go back and forth on the colleges or the college teams that they were on.
What the
and
fuck
he's
are
always
we
said
doing
that,
out there?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
we're talking about that. Is college football fantasy football? Does it really matter what these kids go into if they have all those accolades to the NFL level, or it does or it doesn't? Because he always tells me that, like, well, you did not go to your school, you did not go to school, but I told them I support them because that's where my parents went to. That's where my sister went to. So my question is, do you believe that, like, college football is not fantasy? Because I don't think it is.
Thank you for the call, sir. We appreciate it. You have a great evening. I was waiting on him to say something, and it was just, I got nothing.
I don't understand what he was asking, or
I don't know.
What kind of point was he trying to make?
I don't know.
Wow.
803-470-2905, 803-470-2905.
SEC Dog said, "Where's all the idiot Tennessee fans at?" Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I told you they got their white robes clean and they're at their quote unquote Sunday meetings. We've talked about this.
Yeah, but they weren't worrying about no white robes 10 Saturdays or 10 Sundays out of the year.
Yeah.
They were in here running that mouth.
Big Bunny Ross says Notre Dame doesn't win bowl games. All right, good point.
Lawnmower Man says that transfer portal shouldn't open up after January. Ridiculous, all these players not playing in bowl games. Well, it's ridiculous they're not playing them, period. I don't know about the transfer portal having anything to do with it. But, yeah, I get what you're saying. I don't like it. These folks should have to honor their scholarship commitment, meaning, if they want to hit the transfer portal and leave that school after that particular semester, then you should have to play all of the games that are part of that academic semester. And I would think a bowl game would also fall into that category since it's part of that particular season. That's just what I say. But now that they've set a precedent for letting people opt out of them, then they're never going to be able to reel it back in.
Yeah, the toothpaste is out of the tube.
Yeah.
BB says that I was mean to the caller and I should be ashamed of myself. Well, sorry. I gave him an opportunity and he was all over the damn place. The guy talked for 3 minutes and 40 seconds and didn't make a single point. So there's that. 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905.
RR says, why is Jackpot scratching and squirming around so much? I've got leprosy.
Wait a minute. Leprosy doesn't make you squirm around a whole bit. What you should have said was, I loved a woman that wasn't clean. That's what you should have said. You don't have a flesh-eating disease. You just loved a woman that wasn't clean. That's what you should have said. That's why.
Well, I figured out I had to answer a dumb question with a dumb statement.
Oh man. Now see, Rack Dog says you got restless legs. He's trying to. I mean, nah. 803-470-2905. Which team do you think is going to get smacked around in the bowl game? And be realistic about it, because we both picked Kansas State to win over Alabama before we found out that Will Anderson and Bryce Young are playing. That's not looking like a good pick. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, what y'all doing?
Sitting here talking about how Jackpot loved a woman that wasn't clean.
Okay. There's no such thing as restless leg syndrome.
Okay.
I don't know why people call into these shows and then talk to you like you're a high school buddy they haven't seen in 20 years. It's like, call in with your point or your question and, that's it. It's not like you're catching up with a long lost cousin or something.
Yeah, it's like shit or get off the pot.
Yeah, I mean, entertainment is the name of it. As far as like you shouldn't be mean to the callers, entertainment is the name of the game. If the caller's not entertaining, then it's left up to you, the host. And there's nothing really more entertaining than the host being rude to the caller. So I appreciate it.
All right. What do you have for the program this evening, sir?
I'm in the gist of it now.
Very good.
This is what I have. There's no such thing as gluten allergies either. So
hey,
can
you see your stream from where you are, sir?
No.
Well, I'm going to show the actual last place trophy for whoever finishes last in the Bowl Pick'em Challenge. Hopefully it's not you, but ladies and gentlemen, the last place trophy right there. Yes, it is a golden penis trophy.
What you're back.
Finish dead last. So finish.
Well,
don't finish dead last.
If I do bad, it's not really me. It's someone impersonating, just using my name.
Well, we're going to have to ship this to you if you finish dead last. I don't think that you'll finish dead last, sir. But just in case if you do, you will get the golden dick. Just saying.
Okay.
It's our gift to you, sir.
I was
when you were in school. When you were in school, was anybody you knew allergic to gluten? No.
That's a good point.
Everybody ate peanut butter sandwiches, and it was no big deal.
Well,
that's made up too.
Well, you're saying peanut allergies are made up? I've seen people with peanut allergies like lose their shit. So I don't know.
I'm talking about gluten allergies.
Oh, but I thought you pivoted to the peanut allergies.
Well, whatever sandwich. But I mean, people have been eating bread since the caveman days. All of a sudden, half the population's allergic to gluten. It's bullshit. They invent these pills for diseases and things that don't even exist. There's no such thing as ADD or ADHD either.
Okay, sir.
Well, that's been around. All those issues have been around for years. I guess they just came up with a name for them.
Yeah, they literally just made it up out of thin air. Imagine Jackpot sitting around trying to explain to somebody that he's allergic to any type of food.
God damn
No,
it, Lou.
it's made up.
That's not good at all. Jackpot's allergic to something.
Jackpot, are you allergic to anything?
I've got like allergies for like certain weeds and stuff like ragweed. I think will make me start sneezing pretty bad. But as far as food allergies, no. I'm 100% able to eat anything I wish.
Have you ever tried to go out to eat with somebody who's got a bunch of made up food allergies? It's the most
No.
irritating thing ever.
Really?
Not only do they have to order something that is no nuts, no gluten, no this. Then they have to storm into the kitchen and yell at the cook, don't use the same pan that you cooked the crab legs in because by the way, I have a shellfish allergy. I'm like, why didn't you just stay home and eat like
Stay home and eat a banquet
right.
TV dinner or something.
I don't think people with food allergies should be allowed to go out to eat. It's an undue burden on restaurants, and then it just creates too many problems.
Yeah.
If you're that concerned, just stay home and cook your own meal.
There are people on the chat that are upset with you, Lou. Phenomai says, I'm allergic to this fucking caller. What is this people's problem here? Why? I mean, he's just calling up and saying wonderful things here on the program, things that he believes.
Well,
and
that's obviously somebody, you know what it is? I guarantee you that's a fat person in the comments section that has a quote unquote thyroid issue, another made up disease.
Yeah.
Hey, fat lady. No one cares if this caller is making you mad. Let me guess, you weigh 400 pounds because of a thyroid condition. No, you weigh 400 pounds because you won't walk from here to there.
Well, he replies back. He or she replied back and said, "I'm skinny as fuck."
Yeah, your name is
Phenomize.
Yeah, right. Phenomize. When you that's your screen name. I wonder about you. Phenomize, spelled P-E-P-H-E-N-O-M-I-Z-E. Apparently, he was allergic to education or being witty, because that makes absolutely no sense.
I bet whoever you're talking about, this cinema lady in the comments, is one of these people that goes into McDonald's and orders a hamburger with a bunch of stuff taken off of it, slowing down the line for everybody else. Let me get a Big Mac, but only want 2 pieces of bread, not 3. No lettuce, no onions, no special sauce, and no cheese. So you want a plain hamburger, lady? No, I want a Big Mac with 2. That's a plain hamburger, lady. It's aggravating. All these people, they you know what it is? They just want people to bend over backwards and do something for them. Yeah, make me that, but I'd want it gluten-free. Don't cook it in the same pot you cook the scrimp in. By the way, my kid over there that's running around the restaurant knocking everything over, it's not that he's a bad kid, and it's not that I'm a bad parent. He has ADHD. Oh, hims can't help it. Pat him on the head, feed him a bunch of pills so he'll go to sleep early. It's lazy, made-up stuff.
Speaking of McDonald's, I was some of the most entertaining work you did was a couple of years ago when you were doing the videos about refusing to pull up at McDonald's when they when you placed your order and you pulled around and you paid for it and they asked you to pull up to spot number 2.
I told him no. I don't pull up and wait. I told him no. Told him no, I don't do that. And then people in the comments are like, "You're an idiot. They're probably going to spit in your food." I'm like, "Hey, dummy, it's McDonald's. If they spit in my food, that'd be the best thing in there." Who eats at McDonald's and worried about if you're eating McDonald's and all you're worried about is to spit in your food? You got issues.
The comment section wants to know what scrimp is.
Huh?
The comment section wants to know what scrimp is.
Oh, it's shellfish with turds in it. You got to deturd them before you eat them.
God damn it. Sir.
All right, fellas.
Thank you
Hang
for
in
calling the
there.
program.
Good luck to me in the bowl thing, unless I do bad, in which case it's not me. Talk to y'all next time.
All right, sir. Appreciate it. Big Barney Ross says Iowa versus Kentucky and Nashville, Tennessee. These two fan bases will be comforted to find all the kinds of music they like, country and Western. Thank you for that, sir.
Anyway, corn.
I mean, we learned a ton of shit from Uncle Lou tonight. He was talking about all kind of stuff. I mean, that is a valid point.
Always educational. Always.
My God, he is pissed off the comment section. Jesus. Uncle Lou is in some areas is like John Cena. Like there's a shit ton of people that fucking despise.
Means he come out with the jersey on of the
of the home
of
team,
the rival team to whatever arena they're wrestling in that night. Yo 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 yo.
No, but it's like there's a section of people that fucking despise him, and then there's a section of people that love him. It's that's how John Cena was in his career. So anyway. All right, 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. I'm not going to repeat half these comments that are over there because some of them are just fucking stupid. Let's just leave it at that. 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. If you would like to join the program this evening, you want to talk about what team is going to get popped? I mean, I think Kansas State's up there now with basically all of Alabama players playing.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I think there's still a chance that Alabama gets popped on the snout, or popped on the trunk, should we say, by Kansas State? Because I mean, this is a big deal. This is a big deal for Kansas State. They're riding a ton of momentum after that the win. I mean, they are the Big 12 champions, right? Even though they're not in the playoffs, they are the
Big 12 champion.
They're the conference champs.
Dave says TCU. Big Barney Ross says the Duke's Mayonnaise Bowl, North Carolina State and Maryland and Charlotte. If it goes to overtime, is that called extra mayo? God damn. 803-470-2905. And by the way, go ahead, Jackpot.
I'm just trying to think here who has the potential to get smacked around in the bowl game. TC says TCU. Yeah, I could see that happening. There's always a blowout in the playoffs. I mean, none of those games ever. You always have one where somebody covers the spread by a shit ton, and blows somebody out. So I'm thinking that could be. It was last year we saw that with Georgia and Michigan. So I'm thinking that we could see that with TCU.
Chris says he thinks Ohio State is going to get popped after they gave up the bulletin board material yesterday. I don't.
What did they do yesterday?
I'd have to look up that, man, to be honest with you. But yeah, what a mess.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. I mean, still a pretty good team. I think that'll still be a decent matchup for Georgia.
Ballard says thoughts on Oregon versus North Carolina. Oregon is going to win big. North Carolina is the shits. Let's see here. I don't think North Carolina has a snowball's chance of winning that one.
No, that's the Holiday Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta think about that too. I mean, they're traveling. They got to go all the way across the country to play a team that's got to go. Just down the coast. I mean, it's a long trip from Oregon to down there. I mean, that's but I mean, it's still. I mean, that you're crossing time zones and stuff for UNC playing in a place that they're going to get popped around, I think.
Chris says you don't walk around and guarantee a win over a team like UGA. That is what the Ohio State player did yesterday. I don't know if guys take that shit seriously anymore, I really don't.
Yeah, that was kind of dumb.
Jackpot, it's going to get really cold this week, especially up there in Simpsonville. On Friday, it looks like, according to weather.com, windy, rainy, and snow showers in the morning. Chance of precipitation 40%. Winds occasionally could gust over 40 miles an hour.
Wow.
And the low is going to be 15. So in theory, you might have a white Christmas up there. So are we going to see you out there sledding with your son? I can see that happening. Why not?
No, well, I mean, he's a little bit old for sledding, but you might see
he's
me out there sledding.
He's a big, strong boy. He can push you around a little bit on the sled now. Now that he's older, you pushed him around when he was little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might be out there. I might go out there with my dog and see if he wants to go sledding. I put up a little TikTok video. It's like a little 30-second video of him eating ice cream cake earlier.
That's funny. Your dog, you sent him out, it's probably going to make yellow snow. That's what your dog will do.
Yeah. Or brown snow.
Yeah, that's all over the place. I can tell you that if we do get a white Christmas here, my son would absolutely love it until he got to the door, and then he would be like, nope, not going to deal with that.
When's the last time it snowed in Columbia?
What, like 3 years ago it snowed in Columbia here, Karen? I don't remember. Something like that, right? About 3 years ago. Yeah. And then
it snowed up here pretty good last year.
I don't think my other daughter will be into it either. So
I wasn't here. It snowed here, and it was on the ground for a couple of days, I think. It was a pretty good snow, but I was down on the I was down in the Big L, so I didn't get to see any of it, just pictures.
Chris says Jackpot on a sled might be America's funniest home videos worthy. Jerry Wells says, that's how I got over the pandemic. I got COVID on purpose, sneezed a couple of times, got the antibodies, and have not been sick since.
There you go.
I mean, not that we give medical advice on the program. Big Barney Ross says he was upset when the Gasparilla Bowl lost Bad Boy Mowers as their sponsor. It just didn't have the same feeling. Now the bad boy is back. Fair enough with that. Dave says his underdog prediction is Michigan wins the national title. Why not? Why not? I wouldn't be shocked either way. 803-470-2905. 803-470-2905.
Venomize says Uncle Lou apparently doesn't have a kid that breaks the hell out after eating wheat. Well, I mean, I wouldn't, not trying to be ugly here, but I mean, it wouldn't have to happen but one time. They can give them tests and stuff. Jackpot Jr. is allergic to peanuts. He got tested for allergies when he was like 2 years old, and they go and they prick your back or something with, I don't know. It's like this thing that's got like, this is the peanuts and this is the shellfish and this is, I don't know, but it's something weird anyway, where they poked him with the peanut laden one. It like got red or whatever. So
I don't know about all that. We'll have to see.
So yeah, he took it. Yeah, so he never actually got sick from eating the peanuts. So we knew he had a peanut allergy because he had allergy tests. So he's never been around peanut products. He couldn't eat Chick-fil-A because they fry it they fry the chicken in peanut oil there. So allergic to tree nuts.
Yeah. To quote Gary Mills, some people are allergic to D's nuts. I could see Gary Mills putting that in the conversation right now. Shout out to our buddy who is dead last in the Pick'em Challenge. Yeah. By the way, crazy football day today. Did your Jets win? I know they were playing the Lions. I didn't check that one. Did they win today?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I know
the Cowboys got picked off in overtime and they lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Not a joke.
To the Jaguars.
The Jaguars, yeah. Trevor Lawrence threw for like 350 yards. Travis Etienne ran for a $130. You would have thought it was Clemson running over South Carolina again.
Yeah, sounds just like it. Didn't they lose to the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving or something too? The Cowboys?
No, the Cowboys won. They beat the Giants on Thanksgiving.
No, the Cowboys lost to somebody dumb.
Yeah, they lost to somebody dumb, but they lost
the other week.
Lost,
so
they
maybe
lost
they're not as good as they're supposed to be.
Yeah. Let's see here.
That debate going on over here. Lou says wheat is the oldest ingredient on earth. Humans have been eating it for thousands of years. All of a sudden you have an allergy? Okay.
Joe D says microdosing shrooms will change your life. I don't know which way to go here. He says microdosing shrooms will change your life.
Papa B says Chinese peanuts suck so bad compared to backyard peanuts. Okay, that blows my mind on many different levels. First of all, I didn't know there was such a thing as Chinese peanuts, and I didn't know they weren't any good. I don't know what would make them not good. Backyard peanuts. Well, I've never known you could grow them in your backyard. I think Papa B, that's sweet. He's over there I'm not trying to be funny or trolling. He's paying homage, I think, to Mike Leach over there. His late coach, just starting up some kind of random conversation about just something crazy.
Oxygen allergy is next. There you go with that.
They grow them in China. I didn't know. Well, I didn't know people grew them in their backyard. Our backyard. That's interesting.
Oh, what was I gonna? Oh, someone called and left a voicemail the other day saying something about I need to be polite to people or my wife's gonna enter the transfer portal.
You don't have that one to play?
No, it for some reason when I redid the system, it cleaned everything out, but I should have kept it. But someone called and said, if you keep being mean to people, your wife is going to leave by the transfer portal. There you go with that. Todd says he never microdosed, he always macrodosed. Great for football games. Good point. Steve says a lot of people are allergic to work.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Okay.
No, the Jets lost 20-17 to the Detroit Lions.
Oh, so the Lions won again.
Huh.
Todd says, is the transfer portal cheaper than divorce? No, in the transfer portal, she fucking takes everything, I'm sure. That's how that should have worked.
Well, that sounds like a divorce.
Beth wants to know how many times can my wife Karen enter the transfer portal? I don't know. It depends on how many times I piss her off. The transfer portal, she has the option to come back. I think that's how that works. So, yeah. Phenomized with another comment here. How long have humans been here? And when was wheat introduced? Uncle failed the fuck out of history. Okay, then. Terrific.
Yeah, that just went out all on that conversation is just taking a total left turn.
All over the fucking place. Deltic wants to know if we saw the Bills-Dolphins game. I watched the last little bit of the Bills-Dolphins game last night. There was some interesting they were playing in the snow, and apparently they were throwing snowballs up there, which, Buffalo, I've said this before, they need to calm the fuck down, because I think that, and I've said this, I stand by this, we should give Buffalo to the Canadians as a gesture of goodwill. Sort of like the French, when they gave us the Statue of Liberty as like a gift, we should just give them fucking Buffalo. It's nothing but snow and shit up there anyway. Just let them have it, and then we can use that later on in trade negotiations when we want something else from Canada, like, I don't know, the Mountie police or whatever to come and monitor South Dakota. I don't know.
Well, I've been saying for years that the South Carolina government needs to give Clemson to Georgia and let us have Savannah. I think it'd be a fair trade.
I mean, that would be a fair trade, but it'd also be a fair trade if Clemson didn't have to play South Carolina and pull their schedule down every year, but no one's really into what's fair, sir.
Well, I mean, imagine losing to that team too. How bad that takes a knock on your schedule.
There
Woo.
was, but I mean, when you win like 70% of the time, so
Yeah.
Tell me you didn't want Tyreek Hill to get plunked right in the head with those snowballs they were throwing at him. Okay, Big Barney Ross with a good point there. Maple syrup. I'm not a syrup guy. The wife likes syrup. The kids like syrup. I'm not really a syrup guy, but that is a commodity I guess we could get from Canada. Get some of that. All the like Dark Side of the Ring, all those things all come from Canada too, Jackpot. Maybe we get some more wrestling shows.
Oh,
None of
yeah.
that-
Yeah.
All filmed in fucking Canada. So there's that. All right. Well, 803-470-2905. Final call for calls this evening. This show's been all over the place. I thought we were going to talk about cheap people getting smacked around in the bowl games, but we've talked about Jackpot's polyps. We've talked about my wife going
I
to
was
the
kind of
transfer.
surprised to see Purdue do such a large underdog against LSU. That just, I don't know, that kind of surprised me a little bit. I don't think LSU's that good.
Finemize and Lou both call in. That's what we want to see. Why do you want to have something like that?
Free Shoes is also like over a touchdown favorite against Brent Venables' squad. Yeah, I'd like to see Brent Venables' team really just play the game of their year in the bowl game and just absolutely just beat the shit out of them. That's what I want to see happen. Probably won't though.
Jay with a good comment.
Free shoes, getting just a little bit big for their britches. Want to take everybody out of the transfer portal, take everybody's damn players. That's fine. They can have old Jaheim Bell. They can have his mama too, crying all over Twitter because he didn't get to play in the third quarter or whatever the fuck.
Jay with a comment. Apparently, he's waiting for my wife to hit the transfer portal with this comment because it sounds like something she would say. We need bees. It makes everything grow. They're dying off. Honey is the only thing that never goes bad. Oh, goodness. Good point, sir. Good point.
That's true. It doesn't go bad.
Yeah, honey. That's like the only food that doesn't go bad. That's a good point. Dave says, careful, I'm from Buffalo. And that's fine, Dave. We have nothing but love for everybody up there in Buffalo. I'm just talking about I'm trying to talk about goodwill for America here. That's what I'm talking about.
I heard that Buffalo was a pretty nice city, that the people were pretty down to earth, and it was more like Midwestern than like New Yorker.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Jackpot, would you go on like a winter excursion where you were running around in the snow and shit? I don't know if I'd want to do that.
Running around in the snow, what, like naked or?
No, not running around naked. You just go up there and play in the goddamn snow. Would you, Jackpot?
Yeah, I mean, as long as I was equipped for it, I reckon I would.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. Jay says, as he says, there must be no bees in Tennessee. Well, there's a difference between honeybees and yellow jackets. Let me break that down for you. Honeybees are okay. Yellow jackets are fucking dickheads. You don't want anything to do with them. The honeybees can make the fucking honey and do what they need to do. Don't kill the honeybees. But yellow jackets, fuck them forever. They are complete dickheads. They don't do anything for society.
I remember when I was young, I remember one time my daddy on the riding lawnmower, and he went over I didn't know what happened. I was out here, I was playing basketball actually, shooting, by myself here at the old basketball goal. And he was mowing the grass. Next thing I know, I just hear him hollering and running around in the yard and pulling his shirt off and stuff. And he's jumped off the riding lawnmower, and it's still in gear, and it's just going down the damn hill by itself. And he had went over a yellow jacket nest, and they flew up and started stinging him. So the lawnmower finally stopped. It hit a small tree. So it stalled that out. And he got stung like 20 times. by these things. He had to go lay down and go to sleep for the rest of the evening. But then I do remember him going and anytime we would find a yellow jacket nest, he would always pour gas down the hole and kill all of them. Like in the evening, we would walk out there. We did it several times. We'd walk out there with a flashlight, try to find the yellow jacket hole because they're down in there in the evening because they're dormant, I guess, when it gets dark. And all of a sudden, they all got gassed. I always had fun with that. Then I'd go out there and dig it up the next day.
Okay.
It was like this big underground honeycomb looking thing just full of dead yellow jackets.
Uncle Lou wants to know if you'll read "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" on Wednesday so he can play it back to himself on Saturday. Yeah, that I don't know. We have to see about that. We might do some Christmas trivia on Wednesday. That might be fun. We could do some Christmas trivia.
Delta 900 says, Rob, raise your hand if you've been stung in both ass cheeks by wasps at the same time. I'm raising my damn hand. Ugh.
I don't like to fuck with wasps ever. That's just not in the mix. B Bean says, is that an annual tradition? No, but we could like to start traditions around here. Like, why not? We can do that, have some fun on the show. Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, we might get into that. Jackpot, we are not doing a show on Christmas Day, which is next Sunday. So no show a week from today. So
okay.
Well, I mean, unless you want to do a show Christmas night, I don't care. I was thinking about you.
Yeah, probably not.
My kids will be sleeping probably by then. I don't give a shit. I might do some stuff. Also, I might, if I get bored this week, since I'm off work, I might do a couple of 3:00 shows this week. If we get good feedback about it. If there's something
3:00 shows always went over really well.
Yeah, that's some good 3:00 shows. But we may do some 3:00 shows this week if I get bored. But
Bob
the
B
wife
says East Carolina beats the South Carolina men's basketball team for the first time since 1998. No comment. I mean, they were down by like 20 points to East fucking Carolina in basketball. I mean, we've won. I don't think they're going to win a game in the SEC. If they do, it'll be a major upset if they beat anybody. Holy crap. I had said something to Rob Sanders the other night that this is why Clemson has hung on to Brad Brownell for so long, because like they were afraid of. I mean, what the heck are you going to get if you fire him? I mean, at least he does at least win more than he loses most of the time. We should have just been happy with what we had. That wasn't a great move. So. Now we're screwed, and it's not the fault of Lamont Paris, the coach. I think he's probably a really good coach, but it's you can't really make chicken salad with you don't even have the ingredients for it. You don't have no celery, you don't have the chicken, you don't have no onions, you don't have no mayonnaise. You just can't do it.
Chris says he'll gladly send Jerry Stackhouse to the Cox might actually beat his non-coaching ass. Yeah, Vanderbilt's kind of the shits, so there's that too.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
Anyway, leave a comment in the comment section if you guys want to see a 3:00 show this week. I might do a 3:00 show. We'll see. We go back to the roots for me anyway. If you want to see that, let us know in the comment section. Jackpot, you got anything else you want to go over, man?
I don't believe so. I'm going to go take my large self to bed. I got to get up real early in the morning. Get up real early, get started working. So,
all right, guys. Well, we appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all later on.